Pink Floyd's The Wall film from 1982 is a mixed bag for me. While it was the first incarnation of the story and music that I was ever exposed to, and it does boast some impressive moments, it feels unfinished for me. The same footage is shown multiple times, the song Hey You is completely missing, there's no real cohesive narrative, and at times the film is so depressing that I can barely make it through it. The film is more like a long-form experimental music video. If you go into it as a traditional movie, you'll be lost in seconds. If you view it as something visual to go along with the music, it's a much easier watch. The real highlight of the film are the amazing animated segments by artist Gerald Scarfe. Many have said that this is what the whole film should have been. While The Wall was not intended to be an animated feature, it was, however, to be something much different than what it eventually became. When Roger Waters began working on The Wall, he wanted it to be an album, a tour, and a film. For the movie, they originally wanted it produced in 3 key elements. The first being the narrative film footage, the second the animation, and the final piece being concert footage. While the film incorporates the first 2, it lacks the third. This is why the film feels so fractured and unfinished. Originally, the plan was to cut all 3 of these elements together to create a concert film mixed with a film narrative. Originally, Waters wanted to make the film through EMI, but they refused. It wasn't until the film's eventual director, Alan Parker, inquired about making the film from EMI that the ball really got rolling. Waters didn't want him to direct, but rather to serve as the film's producer. Scarfe and Waters then put together a sort of pitch book for the movie to shop around to studios. The idea was to have Waters serve as the film's main character, Pink. The film would switch between the narrative and concert footage to create the illusion that we were watching Pink's band performing. By the time the film was greenlit, the tour for The Wall had already completed, so additional shows were scheduled at Earl's Court in London. Some of the audio from these shows would be featured on the eventual live release, Is There Anybody Out There? This would be the last time the group would perform as a whole until the Live Aid reunion years later. While filming, though, things changed with the production. The studio had greenlit the film, but they didn't want Waters as the lead. The job would then be given to Bob Geldof. Because of this, the narrative footage of Pink would not match the concert footage of Pink. Additionally, Alan Parker felt that the concert footage did not merge well with the animation and the narrative. On top of all of this, the footage was apparently unusable because it was such low lighting. Not only that, but some of the live elements were incomplete in their filming. Guitarist David Gilmour even said that only 3 songs were ever completely filmed. Because of this, the original director left, and Parker was chosen to take his place. From there, the project became what it is now. Many involved did not like working on the project. Gerald Scarfe even said he doesn't understand why people like the film. It got to a point where Parker almost took an Alan Smithee credit, where his name would be taken off the project completely. He called the finished product the most expensive student film ever made. But what about this concert footage? Well, apparently it does exist. Not too many years back, small segments of this footage resurfaced, leading many to believe that the full concert does exist. Roger Waters is rumored to have this footage, and apparently has been working on restoring it off and on for years. In one scenario, the whole show exists, and we'll eventually see it. In another, it's incomplete, but it could be integrated back into the narrative footage, and we would see the film as was originally intended. I hope that something official does happen with this footage, and we see a special edition cut of the film. It's not too far out of the realm of possibility, as many cult and rare films are getting special edition cuts and re-edits to showcase them in their original form. I would love to see Shout Factory take the helm on this, as they've done great work similar to this in the past. So what do you think about all this? Sound off in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Please help support this channel by liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, watching my old videos, and I will see you guys next time.